Welcome to meeting number 341. Oh, four more meetings and we'll be at 345. That'll be a fun one. Today's meeting is about the gift of communication, and I'll do a spiel about that right now, and then we'll get into all the role situations, role takers, sorry. Here at Toastmasters, and hopefully, I mean, this is mainly meant for new people here because I wrote it up this afternoon, assuming we were going to have some guests. But here at Toastmasters, one component of the journey you embark on is leadership. This encompasses a variety of opportunities. The first one you encounter is after becoming a member of the club. The leadership starts by taking on meeting roles in club meetings. We don't expect that to happen right away with the first meeting after you've become a member, but in time. Toastmasters is a go-at-your-own-pace program, so when you're ready, let us know. The other component is, of course, speaking. This is communication. Communicating to your friends, family, at events, your peers at work, and yes, your bosses, all involve communication. The deaf communicate using sign language, and for those fortunate enough to have a voice, communicate through words. The gift of communication can be enhanced in Toastmasters. This is why we refer to evaluations as gifts when the evaluator provides feedback on a speech, suggestions of improvement in their own personal opinion, ideas to take a speech to another level or be better if presented again. Communication involves vocal variety, which has several aspects of that involving voice modulation, emphasizing, pacing, pauses, pitch, tone, and volume. Saying something sad could involve a soft-spoken voice. Excitement could be louder with energy. Speaking while being monotone, a person's voice that is unchanging, meaning not changing, remaining the same, in pitch and without intonation, which means the rise and fall of the voice in speaking. It can take time to develop some of these vocal variety gifts, and some may be gifted with that. A silent way of communicating is using your hand gestures and body language. Some people are hand talkers, myself included, but I'm working on trimming that back quite a bit. Moving a hand with every single word spoken. There's always a middle ground with hand gestures. Never using them may not necessarily propel the message being delivered, and overusage can be distracting. Communicating using body language is also an aid to enhance your message. Too much involvement all over the place while speaking can also be distracting. Rocking back and forth in a chair or constantly stepping back and forth is a distraction to many. Toastmasters can help with that by providing alternatives such as when standing to deliver a speech using the famous power of three. This refers to 3 spots on the floor: center, left, and right. Introduction starts it off in the center. Point 1 of 3, step to your right. Second point, step to your left, back to the center. Third point, step to your left. Finally, step to your right, back to the center to do your conclusion. Those steps are done because the audience is in front of you. Most people read from left to right, so your floor positioning allows for that to happen. And your audience has a tendency to remember your point based on where you spoke about it. Of course, communicating using your voice will simply enhance your message along with the body language being done. I hope those gifts of communication will help guide you along your journey to success. There we go. Wasn't that well thought out and written this afternoon? Okay, with that, I'll turn it over to our grammarian and odd counter, Rita, for your explanation, please.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and I'm not sure if there are any guests. Today, I'm tasked with the responsibility of being the grammarian and odd counter. As the grammarian, I have a word that I offer, and I invite you to use as often as you possibly can. I don't want to put a number on it this evening, but in keeping with the theme, which is the gift of communication, I've chosen the word enriching, which is an adjective. And it means to improve or enhance the quality or value of something. Again, the word is an adjective, it's enriching. And a sentence that I've chosen to go along with that word is visiting Toastmaster clubs can be an enriching experience. I will put that in the chat. I'm also responsible as the counter to listen for uhs and ums and you knows and likes. And I suggest that if we're tempted to use those utterances, that we pause for a bit and catch our breath and compose ourselves. I also listen as the grammarian for interesting and unusual words and phrases. And at the end of the meeting, I'll be back with my report. Mr. Chair, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Rita. Very well done. Our timer is Ken, and he's in person, but since a lot of our speakers are going to be online, I'll also assist with that, unless you do it from there, Ken. So Ken, just can you show us what you're, oh, green, okay. It is sideways, but yellow and red. There we go. Okay. I think I'll still, oh, here comes Adrian. I think I'll still use the virtual backgrounds on my end just to help us out through the thing. So thank you for that. Welcome, Adrian. You're 9 minutes late. Just thought I'd say that.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Oh, no worries. We just recently got started, but you missed a whole nice introduction that I did about the theme. It was very enriching.
Oh, nice.
And that's the word of the day, by the way. I'll put the agenda into chat because you are now here, so I can do that. Come on. Oh, sorry. Might help if I actually clicked on the file. There we go.
Camera angle looks different today.
Whose camera? Which one?
Uh, like Toronto Liberty Village speakers.
Oh, the sort of. Yeah, Elton hasn't fixed it for the in-person speaker for when Elton does the evaluation of BB Speak
Oh, it's the
there.
computer speaker.
Yeah, and it's unfortunately it's just Elton and Elton and Ken in the in-person room. Adrian,
Oh,
we were just talking about the timer because Ken is in person, and that would you also be a secondary timer
sure.
for the online people that are speaking? That would help us out.
Okay.
Okay, so that helps. Yeah, because I have found that with hybrid meetings, it's always best to have one timer or two timers, one in each thing. Okay, so that takes care of the roles. Our general evaluator is Yukta, and she'll call upon the evaluator and also do a report later on after in the third segment. Our prepared speaker is Bibi, and Elton is her evaluator. But before we run that, we'll have our table topics master, and that is Elton. So Elton, TTM, your way up to the lectern. Okay, we're
Oh,
not
we
hearing you.
can't hear you.
Yeah, Elton,
Merry Christmas
there you
Oh,
go.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Ho,
and
ho,
Happy New
ho to
Year.
you.
Okay, so as we all know, table topics is our way of being able to think quickly on our feet based on whatever we're given. So it could be a question, it could be a statement, it could be one word. And we, as Toastmasters, have exercised that muscle in our brains that will allow us to come up with a beginning, middle, and an end. Needless to say, the topics and statements that I'm going to present to you are all holiday related. My first statement is Santa Claus real? And BB, is Santa Claus real?
Okay, 1 second, let me fix my speaker. Fellow Toastmasters, Table Topics Master, Elton is putting me on the spot. He's asking me if Santa is real. I'm faced with a challenge. Do I disillude you or do I tell you a lie? Well, here is what it goes. In my opinion, Santa is not real. As a little child, I knew that from day one. There was no thing like Santa. It was mom and dad who were giving me the gifts. And it was mom and dad that I had to work hard to please in order to get a gift there. Guys, but don't get me wrong. It is a real great thought of it getting young minds to think. Because as we are young, we need to go outside our boxes, think outside our boxes, and that's a really good way where young minds can think outside their boxes. They come up with such thing as writing Santa a letter in the North Pole, even though Canada Post is threatening that the letters won't go to the North Pole if we don't get their strike resolved. But that's on the sideline. But you have to take these into consideration. It's all whether I'm going to disillude you or make you happy. I also need to enrich you in some way or the other. How am I going to do that? Well, what I can enrich you and tell you is that Santa Claus is a big money-making venture for many and many and many of us. Lots of businesses depend on the thought that Santa Claus exists because they get parents to shop profusely for their young children. And you shower your children with so much in this world that it's amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I leave it up to you. You can enrich yourself. Is Santa real or is Santa not real? The choice is yours. Back to you, Mr. Table Topic Master.
Well, I didn't expect for you to take a philosophical approach to the statement, but okay, that was pretty good. I have no complaints there. Yukta, I'd like to know what gift did you receive from anyone that was exactly what you wanted? And tell us what it is and why.
I am not a Christian, so at my home, Christmas is not celebrated the way it would traditionally be celebrated at a Christian's home. However, I'm a Hindu from India, which means every festival possible is celebrated at my home, irrespective of the religion, the region, or our connection. And when it was Christmas and I was a kid, my parents walked up to me and introduced to me the idea of a Santa Claus. They got me to pick up a socks and hang it outside. And they said, Santa Claus is going to come down tonight and leave some gifts for you. What do you want? You need to write it on a piece of paper and put it in the socks so that Santa knows what you want and it gives you what you want. So I wrote it down on a piece of paper and I asked for a pencil box. When I was a kid, that was a popular thing. There used to be these plastic boxes or wooden boxes in which you carry your pens and pencils and erasers and everything. And I asked for a watch. Now, I was hardly 6 or 7 year old, But I saw my parents wearing fancy watches all the time, and I wanted one of those watches. So I asked for a watch and a pencil box. I wrote it on a paper, put it in the socks, and went to sleep. Next morning, when I woke up, to my surprise, there was a watch and a pencil box in the socks. How did my parents manage that? Well, it was their planning ability. They asked me in the evening, they made me write it on a paper, put it there, they made me think through it, and they went and got what I wanted. So that was my first Christmas being celebrated with Santa Claus, which I believe is absolutely real because Santa Claus lives in Canada. We know Santa Claus's address and we meet him every year in the Santa Claus parade. He goes around everywhere, waves at us, and once I even made eye contact with Santa Claus and he gave me a chocolate. So I think Santa Claus is real, and that was my first encounter with him, and he gave me the gifts that I really wanted. Over to you, Elton.
Wow, thank you very much. You know, there's a speech in there somewhere. I just know it. I just know there's a speech in there somewhere. Thank you so much for your contribution this evening. My next question is, how would you go about telling some what? No. How, now you almost made me forget the question. I'm gonna hit you for that later. How would you tell someone what you wanted for Christmas, but not actually tell them what you want for Christmas? How would you go about doing that? Rita.
Mr. Table Topic Leader, fellow Toastmasters, I am really very good at dropping hints, particularly at my families. And so it's not unusual for me to start as early as September, hinting that, oh, we could do with a new bedspread. Oh, our kettle is 20 years old. We can do it a new kettle. Oh, the blender is antiquated. It was bought 40 years ago. We need a new blender. So I kind of drop hints, not saying that I want the gift, but saying that we need the gift. And as I said, I would start from September. Very often I would get the gift because it becomes a family community gift and it's not an individual gift. But when I get my gifts, my expectation is that the giver will wrap it beautifully and place it under the Christmas tree. And I wait, I wait, I wait. I hold my breath. I wait because I know whatever that gift is will enrich my life. And Christmas time is a wonderful time to receive gifts that will enrich one's life. And so, as I said earlier, I will begin dropping a few words here, dropping a few sentences there, dropping a few ideas there, maybe even bribing the family member a bit so that ultimately, when Christmas arrives, I see the gift that I've been hinting at under the tree. Mr. Table Topic Leader.
Wow, you charmer, you. Okay, so we know now that when she starts, Rita starts dropping hints around September, we kind of know now that she's wants something for Christmas, and that's okay. Adrian, what was the best gift you received in the past 5 years?
You're on mute.
You're muted.
There you go.
I'm thinking. Can I do like a bit longer than 5 years?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. All right. When I was a boy, like every other boy, I wanted one gift and one gift only. I wanted a red bicycle. I think most boys want a red bicycle at one point in their lives. But it was Christmas 2001, and I asked for a red bicycle. I didn't get a red bicycle. Then I asked again and again. But it took me 3 or 4 times asking Santa for a red bicycle. Clearly, I was not behaving very well when I was young. But I finally got it, and my behavior improved, and Santa gave me the red bicycle. And I was so happy. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Okay, Adrian, do you still have the bike?
No, I lost it. I lost the bike.
Okay. So you know never to ask for another red bike, right?
Yeah, and I probably can't fit it anyways, but someone took it, stole it, so yeah.
Wow. People walk down the streets during this time of year and they are quietly humming their favorite Christmas song, and it makes them feel really warm and fuzzy on the inside. I'd like to know, Bruce, what is your favorite Christmas song or Christmas carol,
Hmm.
and why?
Thank you, Topics Master, Elton, fellow Toastmaster members, no guests here. Growing up in Bramalea with my large family, well, there's four of us plus my parents, but also extended aunts and uncles that were gathered at the Christmas Day dinner. Plus, with my dad being a singer in a barbershop chorus, we always sung the carols of the traditional Christmas carols at the time. I can't remember some of the names of them, but I always enjoyed them at that time of the year. Of course, more and more popular ones started happening on the radio based on airplay, basically. Yeah, based on airplay. One being Mariah Carey's uh, something about Christmas. I can't even remember what the title of it is, but it's so annoying. That's one Christmas song I do not enjoy is hearing Mariah Carey's song, All I Want for Christmas, I think is what it is. But another one that gets played every single year is Wham's or slash George Michael's Last Christmas. That one I don't mind. It's the Mariah Carey one that bothers me. But if I could remember the ones of the traditional Christmas carols, such as Good King Wenceslas, I think maybe was one of them. O Silent Night. I know there's several others, and it just brings back memories of my dad singing those over the years, and I appreciate that. I treasure them. I just wish I could remember the names of the. Hey, I'm in my 60s now, so my memory's going. Back to you, even older, wiser one, Elton Brown.
Wow.
Elton
Okay.
was younger than you, Bruce.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so I want to thank everyone for participating in this evening's. Uh, Oh, that's right. There's one other person who didn't have an opportunity to give his thoughts on anything.
It actually involves you.
No, I think
Elton will like this. Elton will like this. Can you get both of us on camera? All right. So I learned this at Second City Improv, and it's about Christmas presents, but it also involves a little bit of improv. So it starts off like this. I give you an imaginary present, and then you thank me for, and you tell me what the present is. I don't know what you're going to say. And then I have to say why I bought you that present, something that makes sense for you. So let's play. Here, Elton, I got you this for Christmas.
you shouldn't have.
And you say, thank you very much for the.
You shouldn't have.
Oh, you deserve it. Okay, thank you very much for the, what is it?
Okay, well, thank you very much for the jacket.
Yes, I do think a jacket is a good present for you because most of your clothes are threadbare and faded and torn and dirty. And I think you deserve to have a wonderful jacket so that people can just see from your outward appearance what a confident and wise man you are. And once, of course, they get to know you, it reinforces that
Never mind. That's
expectation.
you're done. And with that, I return control back to our Toastmaster.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot. Please make sure that you give your ballot to
Myself. I just have to put it
to
into
Bruce.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the meeting, we'll find out who is the winner.
Yeah, I'm just putting it into chat now, everyone. So hang on.
I thought you were going to say something like frogs.
No, I would have said that in French.
Okay, there you go. It's in chat. I'm just gonna do my vote here. So
well, then you could just make up anything. It wouldn't matter.
Oops. Okay, refresh.
I didn't see Ken's name.
Yeah, it's at the bottom. Ken with Elton.
Okay.
Put your glasses on, baby.
Okay.
Okay, let me go back to my agenda here. Okay, now we're going to go into our prepared speaker today, which is BB. And to introduce BB, Elton, you're back up to the front. Elton. There you go. You're introducing BB for her speech. Is he talking? We
Can't
can't hear
hear
you.
you, Elton.
Elton, we can't hear you. Wherever the thingy went. Thingy. Yeah.
BB's presentation is based on the evaluation form Connect with Your Audience.
No,
And the purpose,
sorry,
the purpose
Elton.
statement.
Connect with storytelling.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I
the
thought it was
story.
the other.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's all right. So it's connect with storytelling. And so the purpose of connecting with storytelling is that the story or stories that she decides to tell are going to be able to connect with the audience in some way, shape, or form. And with that, I'm going to turn the floor over to Phoebe.
Thank you, Elton. Are you going to introduce me, Bruce, or Elton is good?
I'll do it now because since he didn't read the speech title. Please welcome Bibi for a time for giving and rewarding. A time for giving and rewarding. Bibi and E. Take it away, Bibi.
Thank you so much, Mr. Toastmaster. By a show of hands, how many of you agree that Christmas is a time for giving? Keep those hands up if you also agree it's a time for rewarding. Well, thank you so much for acknowledging with me and agreeing with me. Thank you so much that Christmas is a time for giving and rewarding. You may take your hands down. I really, really, really appreciate that. I see we are on the same wavelength. On that wavelength, just imagine a little 9-year girl living in a developing country, a tropical country, whose parents had status in the community, be given her father was the principal of the elementary school for it supported a number of villages. Think of that girl. She got up in the morning at 6:30 a.m. to take care of her flock of sheep. She took them to the pasture. She fed the chicken in the chicken coop. Later, she cleaned both the sheep pen and the chicken coop. She watered the gardens if the rain didn't fall overnight. She would do that. And she would do all her chores before 8:30 a.m. and be at school. In addition to that, when there was break time and in the afternoon, she assisted her mother in selling goodies in the village to help her mother get a source of income. Now that involved walking, fetching, smiling, and building relationships with the old and young in the village. Add to that, she was her mother go-to person. Mother wanted someone to take food to someone who was sick and ill in the village. She would call me, I would take it over. Mother needed something at the grocery store that she forgot. She called me, I ran to the grocery shop, got it, I come back. Mother forgot to do something, she would call me, can you please leave what you're doing and come and do this for me now? She would do it. Now, you're all wondering why this little girl was being such a good child. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Well, I know she's not definitely, she's trying to enrich her life, yes, but she's hoping for something else. She was hoping for a reward. And what that reward could be that she was hoping. Well, you see, as a little girl, she loved mothering her doll throughout the year. It made her so happy. However, the qualities of the doll in a developing country was poor quality. So every year she asked her mother for a new doll, a new doll. She worked endlessly for a new doll. That girl was yours truly. So imagine my disappointment in 1968 when mother said, I am sorry, you can't have a new doll this year because it was a challenging year and I didn't meet my quota to give to the needy. I was so disappointed. I looked at mother and said, Mommy, why? Why? She goes, you just have to understand that there are times, there are hard times, and you need to understand that you can't get a new doll this year. Mommy, but I don't understand. I worked really, really hard this year. I did all my chores on time. I helped you to take and give aid to those people that you're giving aid to. I took it to them. You didn't even give me any new clothes during the year. I only wear my sister's hand-me-down. I was there for you all the time. Why is it I can't get a new doll? You don't understand, child. Okay, Mommy, I understand. Do you mind if I take my pillowcase and walk around the village and ask for a few change so that I can get money to buy a new doll? I am sure I have built relationships and my people in the village will give me some money to get a new doll. Well, Mother, she was aghast. She said, "You wicked child." I go, "Mommy, what is wicked with that? I'm just doing what the other people that you give aid to do. I help you earn that money that you give out to aid. Why can't you reward me? I work so hard. You can confirm how hard I work. Can you confirm that the people you're giving aid to worked hard? They really need it?" She looked at me and said, "Okay. Well, imagine my joy when I actually got that doll. And it was a better doll than what I had before. It was one of those dolls in 1968. You turn it over and it cried. And you turn it over again and it cried. I was ecstatic. There was no one like a 9-year-old girl, yours truly, with her doll. Fellow Toastmasters, I just want to reiterate that Christmas is a time for giving, yes, it's a time for rewarding also. We all have expectations, and we cannot enrich our life without the help from other people, friends, and family. We need their help, so we need to reward them. I know you are not expecting a doll from me as a thank you, but I want to thank you profusely by way of word for all the help you have given me during this Toastmaster year from January to December. And with that, thank you again, Mr. Toastmaster.
Well done, Bibi. Now, that was a master class in vocal variety, was that not? Yes, very well done. If we'll take timers, if we can take a minute for people to send Bibi a private chat message. Any comments that you want about her speech? Take it away.
That's 1 minute. 1 minute is up.
Thank you. That was my mouse pointer decided to disappear on me. Okay, thank you. You can continue writing your messages, but up next we have our final segment, the evaluation segment, and to run that is our GE Yukta. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Bruce. This was a fantastic meeting, and now we enter the evaluation section, which is one of the most important because you speak, but you need to know how you spoke in order to improve. So to begin the evaluations, I would first request Elton to come up as the prepared speech evaluator for PB's speech.
Okay, so the theme for BB's speech was a time for giving. And doesn't that sound like the beginning of an excellent Christmas story? I would say yes, because the purpose of this project was for the member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. And I think BB skillfully was able to accomplish that objective by giving a speech that was full of life and tons of vocal variety, and there was lots and lots of body language, her moving back from the camera, back and then returning in front of the camera, whispering. All of those aspects were there, which are excellent seasonings for a excellent story. And it's important that stories are memorable, because if you tell a story and no one remembers it, then maybe that wasn't a good story. But I can definitely say that this story was memorable, especially when she found out that she wasn't going to get what she expected. I thought at the end how she tied it up as a moral to the story, which is sometimes you don't get what you expect. And sometimes it takes more than one person to get what it is that you want. My only question to BB is, I wonder if your enthusiasm was at a high level and it was always right here the entire time. And I'm wondering if your speech would have been a little more effective if it was modulated, so that you did have highs and then you did have, kind of lows to keep the interest high, because being up here the whole time is kind of scary. But I do want to say thank you for your speak. I really enjoyed it thoroughly. You were well focused. It was well put together. You obviously practiced to give this speech. And I can't wait till we get your next well-organized speech from you. And with that, back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you, Elton. With that, we move ahead to the tag team, which is the timer, our counter, and the grammarian. May I please request Rita to share her our counter and grammarian report with us for tonight?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. I must say that I am and I was impressed with how well we did this evening in terms of the use of our filler words. We are improving, and that's why we come to Toastmasters meetings, so we could try our very best to eliminate those filler words. I must say that I heard just a few so's. I heard about four ahs and a few okays, but that's normal because we're human beings and we are communicating. But what I'm most impressed about is the use of what I want to say are interesting, unusual words and phrases. So I heard exercise the muscle in one's brain. I could just imagine the muscles in my brain being exercised. I heard thinking outside of the box, big money making venture, profusely, philosophically, irrespective, encounter, request, wavelength, imagine, aghast, uh, modulated. Beautiful words were used this evening to enhance and to enrich our presentations and our speeches. The word enrich, I said at the beginning I was not going to give us an assigned number, but we use the word 10 times, and I'm very happy with that. That's the end of my report, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Rita, for sharing those reports with us. Now, I know as per the agenda, we next go to the timekeeper and then we have the general evaluators report. But I'm going to flip that a little so that the timekeeper is also able to time me. And then we'll come back to the timekeeper at the end to get everybody's timings. Thank you. I think this was a fabulous meeting, considering that there were no guests today and we were only members, and that happens in December across all the clubs, and all the clubs have lower members turning up and lower number of guests turning up. But the meeting's energy was high. So kudos to that, to all the members who are in the room, both in person and virtually. The meeting's energy was high, and that's what keeps Toastmasters going. That you get into a meeting, you feel energized, and you come out. So that was done fabulously. We started a couple of minutes late, but that's okay. That's how Toastmasters has worked for years, and that's absolutely okay. Though we try to be on time, but I think we were enjoying each other's company and chat so much that we couldn't keep a track of time, and we suddenly realized we were a couple of minutes late, but that's fine. Bruce, you opened and your introduction to the theme and your speech, that was very well done. I think you wrote a beautiful speech. I don't know if you were reading that out, and it was evident. So I don't know if you want to get just a few points and then speak on your own without referring to the script, because English is your native language and you don't need a script to use when you're speaking. So I don't know if you want to give that a shot and challenge yourself with it next time. Your content was beautiful, so I totally understand if you want to read that out because you've written it so well. But because you have written it, maybe you can also just speak your mind out and not refer to a script. Then we had the prepared speech. Sorry, we had the table topics. I think the table topics were done so well, Elton. And I especially say that because one, it's Christmas time, it's holiday time, and all your themes and all your topics were related to the holiday time and the season. And that brings up people's energy and it takes us back to our childhood and makes us think of the beautiful memories we have. But also because your topics were not very challenging, by which I mean that it did not put people on spot where now I'm thinking, oh, what do I say? I don't know. I don't have anything to talk about. And it puts me on spot, but it makes me feel good because it challenges me a little and it allows me to speak. So I think that table topic section was done very well. Then we had the prepared speech. Bibi, I think you're a fabulous speaker. The first time I heard you speak was at a contest. I think it was an area or a division contest a couple of years ago. And I've always loved the way you speak. Your storytelling was fabulous. And Elton's feedback to it was so amazing because for a speaker who's so good, finding something that they should improve at is difficult. But Elton was not like, oh, this was a wonderful speech, very well done, and let me go away. But he gave you something to improve. So I think the evaluation and the prepared speech both were done very well. Uh, Rita, thank you for taking up two roles and for executing both of them so well and for giving us an enriching word of the day. I finally made it. Yes, I could use the word of the day. An enriching word of the day, again, which makes you think how you're going to fit that into what you're saying, but it doesn't challenge you so much that you're clueless how to use it and you cannot use it throughout the meeting. The fact that it was used 10 times today says that people have learned it and liked the word. And now when we go back, we are going to talk about our enriching experiences from this meeting. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And with this, I will pass it to the timekeeper to share with us the timers report from today. Ken, over to you.
We can't hear you, Ken, if you're talking, but if you can go up to the front to the camera, that'd be great. With the microphone.
I was looking for the on button. Wouldn't you know it? We had Bruce introduce the meeting today with remarks for 4 minutes. Very well. We had the report of Rita for the grammarian, which was within the 1 minute, and the counter. Again, the two reports were done both within the 2 minutes total time required. Our table topics master introduced the goal of today's table topics within a minute or so. So that's fabulous. And the table topic speakers spoke as following. Bibi, your table topic was 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Yukta, yours was 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Rita, 1 minute and 54 seconds. Adrian, 1 minute, 5 seconds. Bruce, 2 minutes, 4 seconds. I didn't time the banter between Elton and me. Elton's introduction of Bibi's speech was 48 seconds. Bibi, your speech was 7 minutes, 37 seconds. A few seconds past the, well, actually within the 8 minutes that was allotted to you, so well done. Elton, your evaluation of Bibi, I was going to say the right name, but then for some reason my brain kicked in. Elton, your evaluation was exactly 3 minutes. And Rita, the general evaluation report came in at 1 minute, 30 seconds. Congratulations, everyone. You've held to your time limits reasonably exceptionally. And I'm pleased to return control of the meeting back to Yukta if she has any further comments.
Thank you so much, Ken, for taking up that role and keeping us on time throughout the meeting. And thank you, Adrian, for being the online timekeeper and for changing the colors in your background, helping us get our attention to the timing. And with this, I pass it back to the table topics master, Elton, to share with us the winner of today's table topics session. Drum rolls!
Drum roll, please. And the winner is Bibi. And I return control back to our GE.
Thank you so much, Elton. And with this, we come to the end of today's meeting. I could make one more recommendation, which is we have the evaluation section. Maybe in our introduction, we can talk about the 3 important segments of the meeting, which is prepared speeches, impromptu speeches, and evaluation. And the general evaluator could introduce the tag team, which is the timer, our counter, and the grammarian. And that way, all evaluation becomes one full segment, the way it comes at the end. But otherwise, I think it was a great meeting. I had a great time. And with this, I pass it to Bruce for club business discussions.
Well,
Bruce, over to you.
yes. Oh, go ahead, Elton.
Okay, so so that everyone knows, our next meeting, which is December 24th, we're not having that meeting.
Exactly.
So our next meeting is January 14. And the theme of that meeting is, what are your New Year's resolutions? And when you get a chance, please go to our website and take a look at the graphic. I think it's pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Back to
Thank
you.
Thank you, Elton. And sign up for roles early. I want all roles signed up before New Year's Eve. And it's over, you have over a month because this is December 10th and the next meeting is January 14th. So that's a nice break for us. Club business for club officer training. 6 of the 7 officers are trained. The only one left is Treasurer Elton, and that is it. We'll achieve 7 of 7 again. We have until the end of February, but I know Elton, he'll get it done sooner rather than later. The DCP report on through Toastmasters International, of course, is always behind when it comes to COT time. So that doesn't reflect it yet. I haven't even checked over the last several days to see if there's been any update to this club plus my other clubs. And that is it for COT, but I'll check at some other point. And I think that anything else from our other club officers? BB, go ahead.
Just wondering if any member of the club is hoping to give the club a completion of a level 2.
Yeah, I know I don't have that, but
I could give a level 2, but I need to know if there is someone who will give another one so we can get 1 goal point. Make that goal.
I'm just gonna check, do a refresh on.
Elton's offering his.
Oh, Elton is okay.
Will Elton do it so I can assign mine to the club? Like I will do level 2 and level 3. So I need
Yeah, just
someone
just keep in mind that if you make sure that you haven't done a level 2 and 3 with the club, so that
Oh,
the
well,
club gets credit for it.
no, yeah, this club I haven't given a level. There's no
Oh,
one
true. Yeah.
any level 2 here on the
Yeah,
DC.
that's true. Yeah, I'm looking at that as well too. Yeah. Okay, so you're good then.
I am okay giving a level 2. So
Yeah.
if someone else would. Alton, what level do you plan to reward the club with?
Level 5. I'm just about done. I would have been done, but there was a mix up, and fortunately, Bruce kind of untangled it all. So I think I have one more speech, I think, and then the level 5 will be complete, and I'm one speech away with a level 2.
Okay, so 1 speech. So then I will give my level 2 to this club. Thank you. And that would give us three points right there on the education.
Yeah, and we'll get it. I mean, we'll definitely get a point for the club officer training because we're at 6 already.
And we
And
need 1 new member in
a new
order
member will get us another point. Yeah.
so that would ensure we will meet our distinguished status.
Yeah. So with Elton's level 5, plus 1 more new member, plus the training, gets us 3 more points. So we'll be up to 5, which will be distinguished.
We will up to 6. He planned to give us a level 5 too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I said the level 5. Yeah, I think he meant level 2
Yeah.
as well. So
So
yeah.
we're good that way.
Yep.
Once we can get one of those guests to become a member.
Remember, yeah, because we need 1 more new member so that we
And of course, we need
DCP
everybody here as members to renew their membership also.
come March. Yeah, in March time. So yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at the dashboard and yeah, there's nothing stated for club officer training yet. It's sitting at 0. So we know that takes time.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay,
I'm just looking at the
Adrian.
educational part of it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna refresh because Adrian doesn't know where he stands. But Adrian, you've only given the 1 icebreaker speech, so that means you have 3, 4,
4 more to finish.
yeah, 4 more speeches to finish level 1.
No pressure, Adrian.
No pressure at all. No, not at all.
No pressure, because we are making sure we get the DCP points here. Elton and I have it covered. Yeah. So, but no pressure.
Thank
But
you. Yeah.
encourage
It
you.
feels like a long journey ahead.
We encourage you to speak. Yeah. At the meeting, you know, more
It's
practice makes perfect. The more
Yeah.
you speak, you will.
Yeah.
And technically, it's really 3 speeches, but vocalizing it as 4 because the last project in level 1 is the evaluation and feedback 1 and 2. So you do a speech, which will be your 4th speech, and then the evaluator gives you feedback, and then you redo the speech incorporating that feedback.
Oh,
So
wow.
there's not really extra to really write up a new speech. You just have to incorporate
Yeah. So I have 3 more speeches, right?
four in total. 4 in
Oh,
total.
4?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's the writing a speech with purpose, introduction to vocal variety and body language, and then evaluation and feedback 1 and evaluation and feedback 2.
oh, okay.
So 4 in total. But writing wise, probably 3.
Writing is
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Writing is the hardest part.
Nah. No, it is true.
I have to find a topic.
Yeah.
There's lots of good topic out there. Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
Look at, well, I was going to say look at a newspaper, but I don't even know if they still exist. Read something online, and that could generate.
You can do a speech and tell Bibi how to update her Windows 10 to Windows 11.
It could work.
All right.
Or how I'm a Leafs fan.
I'm only kidding, but those are topics that you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I finished off my, and so BB and Yukta know I finished off my speechcraft program this afternoon, and Amy, Yukta's speech crafter, did a talk about her being a Detroit Red Wings fan.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so there you
cool.
go.
Yeah, I gotta find something I'm passionate about to talk about. Makes it easier, I think.
That red bicycle, you can make it into a speech, right, Yukta?
Oh,
That's right. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's true. Alrighty,
All right.
so with that, I will officially adjourn the meeting 10 minutes early, which is nice for people and that. So
Yeah. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you guys.
Merry
And Merry
Christmas,
Christmas,
Happy
Happy
Merry
New
Hanukkah,
Year.
Happy
Christmas.
New Year.
Happy holidays,
everything.
Yukta. I'll
Happy
be
holidays.
sending out my e-cards later on.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Because I
I've
can't
only got
mail
4 words.
cards.
I've only got 4 words to say. See you next year.
I'll see you tomorrow, Bruce.
Yeah, true. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, guys.
See you all. Bye-bye.
Guys.
Maybe, can I ask you something before you go?
Yes.
Would you be available tomorrow to deliver that wonderful speech you just gave? My club meets at noon, and you'd be a wonderful guest speaker for it.
It would be wonderful, except for she has art at noon.
She can't go to art tomorrow. She's
Yes, she
considering an
does.
offer to speak in my club.
She's got a role. Sorry, Ken.
Oh, she does? Oh,
Of course she does. She always has a role.
well, does art meet every single Wednesday?
Every Wednesday at noon, yeah.
Every single
okay.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, one can dream.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Thanks
Yeah.
anyway.
Dream away. Have another fantasy, Ken.
I'm willing to do it another day, any other time. Yeah.
They meet at the same time as art does.
Oh, you know, all you can do is let Elton give you the recording. You recorded it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All righty. See you.
See you guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Take care, guys.
Good night.
Good night. See you. Bye, Elton. Bye, Ken. Sorry I can't help out tomorrow, Ken. I don't mean anything, but
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I will send you your e-card. Not to worry.
Okay. Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, I will send you your e-cards. Don't worry. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you guys.
Bye-bye.